Yeah, I mean, you make an excellent point, and I've written about this week in the Herald Sun. We're being run by people who've never actually had to run a business themselves. They've never, like you, employed anyone. They haven't had to write out or transfer money to the state government for work cover. They haven't had to pay out, 12% superannuation. These people, I mean, and I'm not being abstract here. I'm talking about, Anthony Albanese, Jim Chalmers, Jacinta Allen, before her Daniel Andrews. They're all professional politicians. They've all been advisors to other political ministers. They've never, ever had to put their own bank account on the line to survive, have they?
Look, they haven't, but sadly, mate, the Liberal Party are full of people like that now at state and federal level as well. I mean, it's slightly better than Labor, but they've caught the same sort of disease with the staffers coming through or the industry associations. That's what really pains me. Like take the housing crisis, the affordability crisis. One word: government has caused that crisis through all sorts of imposts on new homes, through the red tape to stop the delivery of new homes, through the industrialisations environment where the CFMEU were allowed to run riot, and through things like the moronic new national sort of building energy requirements, which really focuses on sort of energy efficiency. I mean, Steve, I'd love to do a show with you, with Sky, about the stupidity of this new housing code nationally, which is, I've come across in terms of a small renovation of my own home. But it goes on and on and on in Australia, and I think that actually things are now cracking up. And that's why these unemployment stats will be going the wrong way, unless, of course, Jim Chalmers decides to spend even more money on make-work programs funded by government.
Well, speaking of Chalmers, I mean, we see leaked documents this week that show that Treasury is telling him and the government that their housing promises are a pipe dream. They're not going to happen.
Of course they are. They're a complete fantasy. And it's because government is seeking top-down, Steve, to try and deliver these outcomes where what needs to happen is the shackles need to be taken off. That's what's happened in Argentina with Milei. The shackles have been taken off the private sector and entrepreneurial spirits are now running wild, and actually the country is rebooting. And that would happen in Australia if these idiot politicians across the political spectrum would get the hell out of the way and actually understand that deregulation in 2025 is what it's going to take to reboot Australia. That's what's required.
Yeah, we'll see what happens next week. Always a pleasure to catch up. Thank you, Campbell Newman there.